Out. Law 15.
Two loose forehands to start off this one. Only just missed, mind you, that one. Oh, some return from Swiatek, and immediately we'll have a look at 3 break points.
She's going to be on top of these second serves, Swiatek. She's so quick to get out of the way of that body serve.
Last time these two met on a hard court, it did go the way of Alexandrova pretty comfortably as well, actually, in Miami in March of last year. Came through at 6-4, 6-2.
Yeah, Alexandrova said that was one of those matches where she remembers she just was not thinking at all. Just everything was feeling good. Everything was going right. Those are the ones that you just remember, like, oh, you wish you could play like that all the time, but yeah.
I think she said she had no game plan, zero game plan.
Exactly, yeah. And Iga was #1 at the time as well, so it was a big win.
Well, Letcourt not doing Alexandrova too many favours there. And Swiatek makes the perfect start.
Is about absorbing the communication, what the feedback that Wimfacet is giving, and to be able to grab onto that and be okay with the fact that the results don't come immediately. Obviously now it's worked to her advantage with the last couple titles that she's had.
Not easy serving down this end at this time of day either. The sun directly above Swiatek here. We just saw her trying to check out where she needs to throw this ball.
Law 15.
Interesting. We spoke to Wimfacet during Wimbledon this year, and we see so many of the women, I think in particular, hugging that baseline and being so aggressive and taking that aggressive stance. And he felt like he's been wanting Iga to almost do a little bit of the opposite now. Now he feels like he wants to give her a little bit room, more room on the baseline, because as aggressive as she can be, you know, it's about adjusting to that more up and back movement, if that makes sense, not always being on top of the baseline. Great shot from Alexandrova. Her backhand is just rock solid. And I think that's going to be a good play for her, trying to get deep into the forehand corner of Swiatek. That's where she can really pressure Swiatek off the ground.
Second double in the game.
14. Game,
And breaks straight back. A couple of gifts thrown in there from Swiatek with those two double faults.
1 game all, first set.
Она далеко принимает, чуть пошире можешь стать на подаче. Она далеко принимает, можешь чуть пошире стать на подаче. Давай.
As I said, brilliant player himself was Igor Andreev. Got to 18 in the world. That was back in 2008. Run to the fourth round here that
Thank
year,
you. Please have a
actually.
seat.
Roland Garros quarter-finalist as well.
Fifteen love.
Has only averaged 63 minutes a match so far at the US Open as Alexandrova, so she'll be feeling pretty fresh coming into this one.
Thirty 15.
That's great length from Alexandrova. I love the fact she stuck to some good margin there too on the cross court.
Oh yeah, dealt with that return so well. Incredible strike off the forehand. So first hold of serve, and Alexandrova leads by for the first time. So Swiatek serving at 1-2.
Well, it was a little better example of how Swiatek is just maybe giving her a little more room on the baseline. She was pretty far back there. That had a lot to do with how deep Alexandrova was hitting the ball. But she's just trying to give herself a little bit more space to be able to hit that higher, heavier ball, especially on that forehand side. An area of Swiatek's game that she has been working on with Wim Fissette is that serve. still probably has about the same pop behind it, the same speed, but her accuracy is what she's really been trying to work on.
Yeah, and those two serves that we've just seen, in particular, the one up the tee on the deuce court and out wide on the ad court. So she needed a little bit of convincing from Wimfisette to start going for those serves a little bit more often, not necessarily serves that she was comfortable hitting.
13.
Yeah, in the beginning, it can feel like a risk, especially when you've had such success in your career. And just have a look at her service motion. She actually gets the bend in her knees pretty late in the swing, but still allows her to jump up. That time, she just let the toss drop a bit too much. I almost feel like she can bend a little bit sooner in the swing to make it look more fluid.
Solid from Swiatek.
40,
Big
30.
point there at 30 all.
Game.
Certainly got off to a better and quicker start than she did in her last round. Swiatek, as we mentioned, found herself 5-1 down to Anna Kalinskaya. Somehow still won that first set on the tie-break. So we have another closer look at the serve.
And she actually also has that shortened backswing on the service motion as well. She eventually gets her elbow down in the right place, but
right behind the players.
I mean, if I was going to be just a little bit picky about it, I would love to see her knees bend a little bit sooner and also get her elbow down a little bit sooner just to get more fluidity on the stroke. I mean, when you've had such success, like I said, and you've been playing for so long, these small tweaks are not the easiest thing to change.
So many players, both on the men's and the women's side of things in the last couple of years, tweak their service action.
15 all.
There's been a lot of emphasis on the serve and the return.
Yeah.
I mean, players are really being specific about return stance, changing that up as well. But you're right, the serve in particular, there's been almost a lot more focus on that.
Both Alcaraz and Sinner. Seen Lorenzo Musetti here at the US Open also mentioned that he's changed something a little technical in between Cincinnati and coming here to New York.
Oh, wow.
30-15.
I don't know if she quite meant that sharp end of an angle, but it'll work. She did catch it a little bit late, but she's got such good feel on that backhand side that it's not surprised she was able to still make that ball.
It's big serving.
40-15.
Look bigger than 98 miles an hour.
Game, Alexandrova.
And that was bigger, 105 miles an hour. Finds her second ace of this opening set.
Alexandrova
So
leads
the
3
13
games to
seed
2
stays
for
at him. Tetzalov down at the hands of Felix Auger-Aliassime, who played so brilliantly well the other night in beating Alexander
15
Zverev.
love.
Former semi-finalist here at the US Open is Auger-Aliassime, the winner of that one, to take on Alex de Minaur, who has already come through on this court. Just took 90 minutes to get through against this Swiss qualifier. Leandro Rieti had an incredible fortnight.
30 love.
Going for the right ball there, Swiatek, just to change up the rhythm. That higher, heavier change of direction down the line, just decelerated slightly mid-swing.
Yeah, it's beautifully done. Just took that so early.
Well, she did well after the second serve of not backing away, not jumping back on that second serve, because it was pretty much in the strike zone of Alexandrova.
Just long
Game
with that one, so Swiatek comes through pretty comfortably.
3-game all, first set.
Was she your pick to win this US Open before the tournament started, Jill? Or
I didn't have a pick.
Oh, did you not?
No, you're the first one that's asked me. Well, you haven't really asked me, but...
I did.
I didn't have a pick.
Well, who would have been your pick?
I mean, it's hard to go against her with, especially with her road coming in here, winning Wimbledon and then Cincinnati. So it's hard to kind of not go with Iga as one of the favorites. Oh, wow. I was waiting for a reaction. She's got to be pleased with that volley. That was an incredible touch. Actually hit that slightly behind her, but got such good backspin on it.
Well, she said she hit one of the best volleys of her life in the mixed doubles a couple of weeks ago. That might have topped it.
We do tend to talk about how playing doubles can help your singles play. I think just feeling more comfortable transitioning forward, and I do feel like Swiatek got a sense of that in the mixed doubles, because they got to the finals, her and Casper Ruud, and I think every single match she played, I felt like she got better and better at the net.
And remember, she played her first mixed doubles match 16 hours after winning the Cincinnati title. Immediately got on a plane and came here.
Great pressure on that second serve.
15-13.
That was an amazing turnaround. I was shocked. And she was so intense right from the start. And I was talking to Wim Fissette, her coach, and I mentioned that in particular. I was like, I can't believe like the quick turnaround, and she comes out with that much intensity. And his answer was just like, she's always that intense.
Oh, yeah, brilliant return again off that favoured backhand side of Swiatek.
You know, I think she respects with how well Alexandrova can serve, especially off the first serve. So she's doing a good job of pouncing on that second serve when Alexandrova's hit that. It's a great serve. Oh, no.
Game,
Well, I think at first she didn't think the ball was coming back over, and then it had so much backspin on it. Got into such a mess, and Swiatek.
15 love.
Yeah, one noticeable difference for Swiatek as this season has gone on, the number of aces that she's hitting. Didn't hit too many in Australia at the start of the year. Remember, she played that extraordinary match against Madison Keys. She lost 7-6 in the third, didn't hit a single ace in that match. That match she played at Roland Garros against Sabalenka. She only hit one ace there, and then I think she hit over 20 at Wimbledon. She's already hit 12 coming into to this match here in New York. She hit 7 in her second round, 4 in round 3. She's up to 2 so far. And there's another, make that 3. And you mentioned it earlier, Jill, just kind of finding those spots a little better on serve.
And sometimes it takes some time. I mean, I'm sure she's been working on it for a little while now. That it was definitely one of the areas of focus in her game, was to hit those targets a little bit more accurately. And it's about taking that risk, being willing to maybe hit some long or hit some wide. Because so often you want to play it safe sometimes on the first serve, but you got to be willing to first go for a lot more, maybe overcompensate in the beginning until you start finding that rhythm.
From Swiatek.
15 all.
I really like the way she played that point as far as shot selection from Swiatek, because she was set up for a couple of these forehands, but I really felt she intentionally went for the shorter part of the court. And right there, it really forced Alexandrova to have to reach for that slice. And that one popped up for Swiatek to attack.
Oh, dealt with that return brilliantly well.
Because in that case, that's exactly what a harder, lengthier ball can do. Alexandrova actually likes that. She's ready for that one that comes into her racket a bit more.
Day 15.
Well, the backhand has been on fire.
14-13.
That almost looked like she read exactly where that serve was going. Look at how quick her first step is over to that return.
Pretty big with that second serve, nearly 100 miles an hour. Only won 4 of 12 points so far behind her second. Ooh, back-to-back doubles.
Advantage.
She's thinking about the return because of how well Swiatek's just been on top of that second serve.
So set points. She tried to throw in the drop shot, comes up short, and the first set belongs to the former US Open champion Iga Swiatek. Not looking in.
Hucks. 15-11.
Spoken about the intensity that Swiatek can bring. I mean, we forget how much you feel that on the other side of the court as well. And it's from the very first point. I think Swiatek is so good at bringing it right from the start. And that really can add up on the other side to feel like you have to do more.
Wimbledon title, her 6th Grand Slam already.
Thirty 15.
Four of those 6 coming at Roland Garros. One right here at the US Open, one now at Wimbledon. Hasn't made the final of the Australian Open yet. Couple of semi-finals there. Thought it was long.
30.
Julie Chenley, the chair umpire for this one. Oh, good leave.
Swiatek did well to committing to that shot, because I think on that short ball, she would have seen Alexandrova covering that forehand side, but she just stuck to it, had enough pace on it to get the mistake.
Big reaction from Swiatek as she comes through that opening game of set 2.
First game, second set.
You do want
that she lost at Roland Garros, so had a little bit more time to get acclimated to the grass, more so than in the past.
Love 15.
That's where sometimes, you know, she obviously didn't want to lose at Roland Garros, but in the end, I guess you could look at it, and blessing in disguise, got the Wimbledon title. Good from Alexandrova. Stay calm. Had so much time on that swing volley to think about which direction to hit it. Really nicely just guided it cross court.
Huts. 30-15.
Really nice use of more of the angle there from Swiatek on the forehand. She's handling the low slice well, because you really do have to accelerate a bit more through that ball when it's that low, and Swiatek did well there.
Oh, she is just hitting that backhand so beautifully here, Swiatek. Six winners already off that wing, just two off the forehand, and an early break point is very quickly erased.
Advantage, Alexandrova.
Just long, so vital hold for Ekaterina Alexandrova, saving that break point.
She did well there to dig out some of the deep returns from Swiatek, and that's what it was about, to get herself on the board, is just being able to stay low and dig out those deep returns.
Still looking for a first ever Grand Slam level quarterfinal is Ekaterina Alexandrova. She's been at this stage plenty of times before, once at Roland Garros, that was earlier this year, twice at Wimbledon, including this year, and now here at the US Open for the first time. Someone who has got 19 top 10 wins in her career, Alexandrova, but none of those actually coming at the Slam. She's 0-8 against top 10ers at Grand Slam level. That is a beauty.
Love 15.
I always feel like it's big to get an ace, a free point under your belt, especially after such a great ball, great winner from Alexandrova. It kind of just sends a message, to tries to shut that down a little bit.
She said when she first started working with Wim Fissette that he thought that she could get that serve speed up towards 110, 115 miles an hour consistently. She had reservations initially. Another backhand winner to add to the growing tally.
Well, I think she definitely is getting a little bit more pop behind the serve. And a lot of it is the use of the legs, how much you can jump off the ground, but also accelerate with the wrist, get that extra snap when you go up to the ball.
Forty 15.
And another ace for Swiatek. She's up to 5 now in this match. Perfectly.
Low. 15 all.
Continuing to take the backhand so early.
15-13.
So it can be a little deceptive too, because she starts a little further back, but she just springs forward and is just on top of Alexandrova so quickly.
So more break points for Swiatek.
It's a tough one to change direction on too, but I think she's trying to avoid going cross to the backhand of Swiatek.
So Swiatek breaks first in this second set, takes control of this last 16 match. A set and a break, 3-1.
3 games to 1, second set.
Remember, you can stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and WhatsApp. You can join the conversation with us at #US Open. ...15 out of 18 points that she's won behind that first serve today.
13-all.
We were talking about the pace and the speed, but that one was all about the placement. A little bit more slice, but right on the line down the tee from Swiatek.
To 6 aces now. Oh, what a return from Alexandrova. Got hold of that one.
13-15.
I like that return a lot better. She just had more margin, more height over the net. She's been going a lot flatter than that, where she's made quite a few into the net.
Oh,
Wow.
this is just a joke.
14-15.
8 backhand winners.
Yeah, it's just been an exceptional control on that side in particular. I mean, I know her backhand's always been good, and she's always moved well in that direction, but just the accuracy on the backhand, definitely exceptional today. The biggest return from Alexandrova today. Cut off the angle nicely there on the serve.
So another game ticked off. Moving closer to another quarter-final here at the US Open.
4 games
A
to
set
1 second set
4-1
and
the
by 1
lead.
set to love.
Of that Wimbledon final that we saw a few months ago. Very interesting to see what Amanda Anisimova would bring to the court against Iga Swiatek after what happened.
I mean, definitely something that a learning experience for her. I mean, it was her first Grand Slam final ever for Amanda, so it's the overwhelming experience for her to deal with, I think. But I think it would be definitely better if she gets that opportunity.
15-all.
Out of everyone that you've seen, Jill, over the first 9 days of the US Open on the women's side of things, is there one that's kind of stuck out? Who's impressed you the most?
Well, leading into last night, I would have said Rybakina, but no, Vondrousova has been, that was incredible. And you know what impresses me about Marketa is the fact that she can be away from the game and come back and play as well as she plays.
It's amazing,
without having matches under her belt.
She went and won that title in Berlin,
Yes.
having barely played.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So she's looking very good. And I think especially getting that win against Rybakina, who was playing amazing, I thought, at this US Open so far. So she sticks out to me, Vondrousova. I mean, you obviously the favorites like Iga and Aryna, I know neither one have maybe had the super cleanest pass, but doesn't have to be that way in the beginning.
And are you Team Goff or Team Osaka?
I'm edging towards Osaka on that one.
Okay.
You?
Barely missed the ball today, Swiatek. Another break point. Yeah, I think I'd edge towards Osaka as well, from what I've seen
From what I've seen, yes,
Yeah.
I would think so.
That one will be starting reasonably shortly because the men's match is finished out there. Felix Auger-Aliassime coming through that one in straight sets. Well, that's a shame.
Game, Swiatek.
Fourth double. And a fifth break
Swiatek
in this
leads
match for
5
Iga
games to 1,
Swiatek.
second set.
Not even an hour played, and she's already serving for the match.
Yeah, this has been an impressive performance from Iga. We talked about the serve. Her serve's been outstanding today, but I do like the fact, going back to what Wim had suggested earlier, was her court positions actually a lot further back, which has been a good strategy against Alexandrova because she hits with so much depth and she's not changing it up. She's not trying to throw in the drop shot. She's not trying to go for a short angle. And it's just fed into how Swiatek's been able to take control off the ground.
It's her seventh ace, so she ties how many she had in a second round match earlier in the US Open against Susan Lamens. Of course, that was a three-setter. Her fourth double.
It's such a good cutting into the court on that first ball from Swiatek. A lot of this is a mindset, too, to have that intention to look for anything slightly shorter.
Third kill.
Just what she has done so well in her career already, Iga Swiatek, the amount of matches at these Grand Slams that she's off the court inside an hour and a quarter, something like that. She just is able to stay really fresh heading into the latter stages.
Oh, she was there. One of the best returns from Alexandrova.
30-14.
So a chance to get one of the two breaks back. Crowd desperately trying to get behind her. They want this one to go on a little longer as the clock hits the hour mark.
Let's second set. Deuce.
Okay, давай, давай.
God, a couple of incredible strikes in a row there from Alexandrova. First of all, the return and then the follow-up forehand.
They're just swinging freely now, down 5-1 in the second set.
Deuce.
Oh, and again, another return right onto the baseline.
It's 3 in a row on the deuce
Yeah.
side that Alexandrova's found the line.
Deuce.
I think just the heaviness of Swiatek's ball, sometimes using that rotation, that heaviness when she can, when she's gone on the cross court. That one just jumping up on Alexandrova.
Yeah, great serve, avoiding the forehand wisely, I think, after the last 3 returns. And she does get to match point. And no surprise that she gets it done with yet another backhand winner. A statement win from Iga Swiatek. Just an hour and 4 minutes to come through against the world number 12, Ekaterina Alexandrova, who had beaten her twice before, remember, but not today. That was pretty special from Swiatek. She will take on either Beatrice Harajmaya or Amanda Anisimova, the player who, of course, she beat in the Wimbledon final just a few months ago in the quarterfinals. 6-3, 6-1.
It was quite a performance from Swiatek, and I think she knows how dangerous of an opponent Alexandrova can be because she hits such a big ball off the ground. I think Alexandrova was almost surprised with how well Swiatek came out in the beginning, especially I think on the serve.